Hey everyone, today I've got my fall to winter transitional nail polish picks as well as my holiday picks. I'm not going to do a whole holiday themed rack this year. I may show some holiday favorites or some holiday choices, but not necessarily a holiday rack. So I'm going to throw those in on this one, and the holidays are coming very quickly. As soon as my birthday month of October is wrapped up by the lovely Halloween, then I am ready for Christmas and thankful the whole season. So let's just jump right into my fall to winter seasonal nail polish picks along with some holiday choices. Starting with one of the welcoming winter shades, this is a Linby Designs. You Really Are a Bozo, and this one is a thermal polish. Thermal pigment in my bottle may be inactive by now, but this is a really pretty blue, dusty, kind of blurply toned base, and it has this really pretty hollow sparkle in there as well as this gorgeous pink flaky throughout. This one does build up nicely in 3 coats. I did just do a quick search to try to find this one and I had no luck. So if you know what this thermal is supposed to change into, definitely let me know in the comments, but mine is inactive at this point. Same with this next one. This is actually another thermal by Linby Designs that I think my pigment is inactive. This one is Honey Mustard Vibes, and this is from the Thankful Thermal collection. This was like a Thanksgiving type of collection, and they were all thermals, so cute. This one is like a dusty blue with these really fall toned flakies. They're like red to orange to gold with a little bit of green at extreme angles. This is another perfect 3-coat formula to kind of let those flakies be seen throughout the coats. Really pretty one, definitely very fall-like. I don't know how I ended up with 3 in a row, but this is Linby Designs as well. This one is Aeromancy, and this is definitely a really pretty one. It's like a grayed off blue shimmer type of base, and it has like the finest hollow throughout. It almost looks like linear hollow in the bottle, but it doesn't really look like it on the nail. It gives a really interesting finish, but this one is a 4-coat polish. This next one is actually a cream polish. This is Daydream by LA Colors. I absolutely love the tone of this polish. It's kind of like a dusty brownish gray type of purple, but it's not really purple. It's just such a cool color. I like it so much. This is like the perfect dusty neutral, and it's kind of hard to describe, but super easy to love. I did build it up in 2 coats. However, in most cases, this is a 1 coat. This is just a really long nail on this nail wheel. That's Daydream by LA Colors. The next one is one I've been waiting far too long to wear. This is the Surreal by Bee's Knees Lacquer. This is a really nice grungy green type of polish with this gorgeous pinky purple glow, and this glow does shift into a deeper red at extreme angles. This is a 3-coat formula to let that beautiful shimmer build up. This is just so perfect. It's so interesting and different, and I can't believe I haven't worn this one yet. This next one is one of the polishes that made it back from my fall rack that I just hadn't quite gotten to yet. This is Alicia's Lacquer, and this one is called Falling for Flakies. It is definitely a really nice foresty green that has fall toned flakies. So I feel like it is a perfect candidate for a transitional shade. It's got that like evergreen, piney type of green, but then it's got those crunchy leaf type colored flakies. It's just so cute. This one does take quite a bit of buildup to let all of that kind of build up on the nail and let all of those elements be seen through each coat. This is a 4-coat formula, but it is absolutely gorgeous. This is mainly a shimmer polish, and that greenish golden shimmer that is that evergreen base does shift into like a blue and purple at extreme angles. This next one is actually a prototype from Jen and Berries. This one is just marked GB12 on the bottom, but it is a really pretty, like foresty green as well, but this is more of a deeper blue toned, and this has some beautiful hollow elements in there, as well as a gorgeous like golden shimmer. This does have linear hollow, and there's just so much going on in here. It's so pretty. Don't mind my nail wheel. I realized that this nail wheel has a little bit of an imperfection here, but it is a really beautiful swatch nonetheless. I really like this color, and I'd love to wear this around Christmas time. This is a beautiful 2-coat formula. This next one is actually an Oops polish by Phoenix. This is definitely a really pretty, shifty one. There's a lot going on in this bottle. This one is called Oops 18. We will get back to the normally cut swatch wheel here in a moment, but this is another wonky one. This is a 4-coat polish. However, this is all funky elements. I mean, there's micro flakies. This is like a jelly base, and there's just all the glitters, all the microflakes, some black microflake. It's really just a lot going on, and there's a lot of shift in this as well. So definitely a really interesting one. This next one is really fun and different and kind of gives me cheetah vibes. This one is actually a topper, a buildable topper by Penelope Luz. This one is called Han Solo, and this came from Hella Handmade Creations. This one is so pretty. I love the hollow element in here, and it kind of has a little bit of a brown tinged base with these gorgeous golden hollows and black flakies. And again, it gives kind of a leopardy cheetah look to it. It's just so fun. Definitely really different from anything I have in my collection, and this did build up really nicely in 3 coats, but I could also just use this as a topper. So I do really want to use this really soon. I'm just not sure how I'll use it yet, but I love that hollow in there. I could pair it over this next golden julep polish. This one is Sienna. This is a polish that I felt like did really well in 1 coat, but I did go ahead and build it up here in 2 coats for that full manicure feel. However, I feel like it is more of a 1-coat formula. It is a really nice metallic, and it does have a little bit of a sheen or sparkle to it. It isn't quite a chrome, but it has the reflection of one. It has a sparkle of a glitter or something else though, so it's just kind of fun, and it's definitely not exactly like the other golden finishes that I have in my collection. So I'm kind of drawn to this one for the season. This next beautiful fall toned polish is by Danny Vienna, and this one is a gift with purchase. This is a no-name polish. None of her gift with purchase polishes have names, but she gives away these gorgeous polishes with purchase from her shop, and this one I just felt like was perfect for fall. It's got these really pretty glowy like leaf like flakies that go from like gold to red into like an orange tone, and then there's like a few black microflakes throughout here, and then it's in like this deep coppery toned color. I just really love the way that looks, and definitely want to get this in before the true winter starts. This one did build up nicely in 2 coats. I do have one more Linby Designs polish here. This is Autumn in the Kiina, and I definitely want to wear this before the winter hits as well. This one has kind of a little bit more of a bricky salmon tone, but it's definitely still in the orangey realm. This is a hard color to place, but there are beautiful hollow flakies in here, as well as some other little elements. Really pretty, and I still haven't worn this yet, so I definitely want to give this a wear. This is another perfect 2-coat formula. This next one is a fun fiery shimmer by Vanessa Molina. This one is called Deck the Halls. Oops, it's on this side. But this one is from 2022. It was a Christmas collection, but I got this one much later and I absolutely love it. It was on Beautyometry for a while, currently out of stock. I don't know if it's going to restock, but this is a 3-coat beautiful shimmer with some gorgeous shifting flakes in there. The flakes do shift very similarly to the base of the polish itself from that like pinky reddish tone into a golden orange into a green at extreme angles. Same with the flakies, really beautiful. This next one kind of reminds me of a twinkling snow. This is Bee's Knees Lacquer Bewitched. This one is a bunch of tiny, tiny, tiny shifty flakies. And as you can see, there is like a golden shift, a pink shift, and a green shift. This does also shift to blue at extreme angles, but there are so many colors in this one. It's so beautiful. This is a 3-coat polish to let all of those tiny little flakies build up, and it gives such a glitzy look. Another fun glowy one I've got to wear for the holidays is Copacetic Polish Santa Baby. This does have a matching eyeshadow that I would love to wear with this, and this is a beautiful 2 to 3 coat type of shimmer. It is absolutely stunning in that pink base, and it does go from gold to green to blue and purple at extreme angles. Super pretty, really, really princessy. I love this polish and cannot wait to try it out. Polish is considered Cascade polish, but this does come from the brand Copacetic Cosmetics. I got this from their booth at Polish and Beauty Expo this past year. The maker was an absolute delight to meet and chat with, and I loved their products, so I grabbed a bunch of those. I did grab a couple polishes. This is one of them, and I just cannot wait to try it. This next one is another prototype by Jen & Berries. This one has no name, but this is a beautiful red tone polish with a pink to red to gold to green shimmer and some hollow flakes. It is a really pretty one, and I feel like it will be really fun for the holidays. That hollow flake kind of looks like a snowy flare, and this was a 3-coat formula. This next one came off of my fall rack, but I feel like it will be perfect around Thanksgiving. This was a glitch polish by Plus Life Lacquer. Their glitch polishes are like their one-off polishes or their overruns. They're kind of like their mystery polishes. I grabbed a bunch of those in my first haul from them, and I absolutely loved them all. If you want to check that video out, I'll leave it down in the description, but this one is so pretty, and it's got all of these tiny sparkles. It kind of just really picks up the reflective here in the bright light, but in the low lighting you get like a gold glitter, a purple glitter, a red glitter. It's like really interesting looking and kind of looks like a glitter glue, but in the bright light you get that reflective, and it kind of looks a little bit rough because I did not top coat any of these. But it does take 3 coats to build this one up with all of those tiny little glitters. And just so you can see what I mean, here are all of those funky little colors in those glitters. They really twinkle and sparkle, and you really do get so many different little colors in there. I absolutely love this one, but I really needed to show you up close in a little bit lower lighting so that you could really see all of that detail, because in this lighting all you really see is texture. I feel like this next polish is kind of similar. This is another Plus Life Lacquer, and this one is another glitch polish. This one is definitely really bright with the reflective glitter in this bright lighting. You see that red reflective, and it's like a ruby red slipper. It is so bright in the bottle. But on the nail, again, I feel like the texture kind of overwhelms since I didn't top coat it. This one did only take 2 coats, but let me show you this in the low lighting so that you can really see what this would look like. And here is how this one actually looks. It's got all these beautiful flakies in there that kind of match the tone of the polish as well as the reflective. So there's definitely a lot going on in this one, and it all matches really similarly, so you can't really see it, and it all kind of melds together a little bit on the nail. That's kind of how you end up with that rough look, is with that reflective glitter. But again, that would be smoothed out with a top coat, and you would get something a little bit more like what you're seeing in the bottle. This next one is Jules Tor. This one's kind of an interesting deeper red. It's got this little bit of like silver sparkle in there. It's really small, but it does twinkle pretty strongly. It almost gives it like a chrome glazed look. It gives it a little bit of that twinkle. This is a 2-coat formula, but this is a nice deep tone red that I felt pretty festive for the holidays. And last but not least, I had to have a bright Santa red, so I pulled out Jacqueline by Julep. This is probably one of my all-time favorite red polishes, and I'm really excited to wear this one again. It's been quite some time, but isn't that the perfect bright Santa red? I think this is so cute for Christmas or around that time. This is another perfect two-coat formula, and I absolutely love how bright and vivid this is. It's like an electric cherry. I just love it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for transitional seasonal polishes and holiday polishes this year. I feel like I've got a good mix of colors here, and I'm definitely getting a little bit more ready for winter. I feel like we might have a milder winter, and that excites me a bit. I also really love to bust out all my most beautiful shimmers during that time, so definitely excited for that and excited to wear the colors here. A lot of these feel really homely and cozy for the season, and I'm just loving it. Has anybody put up a tree or any holiday decorations? Does anybody still have Halloween decorations up? I'm really curious to know. I'm seeing a little bit of both in my area. If you have any polishes that you're thinking about wearing for the holidays, definitely let me know. I'm starting to think about Thanksgiving manis, but that kind of wraps it up for today's video, and I hope to chat with you down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.